Question 21. A child is vaccinated against measles. After a period of time, the child is infected with the measles virus. The graph shows the concentration of measles antibodies in the child's bloodstream during this time. Which statement is consistent with the information in the graph? From the question, we know that the child is vaccinated against measles, and afterwards the child is infected with the measles virus. So the first pick would be when the child is vaccinated against measles. And the second pick would be when the child is infected with the measles virus. From the graph, we know that memory cell is produced, as after infection, the antibody concentration in the blood increased greater. So the answer would be A. B is incorrect because this is actually active immunity. Next question. Which sequence of changes takes place when we breathe in? When we breathe in, our diaphragm contracts, so it can't be C, can't be D, and the volume of thorax increases and hence the pressure decreases. So the answer should be A. Next question. The list shows some processes that take place in the human body. Which processes use energy by respiration? 3 is incorrect because this diffusion doesn't require energy. So that left us with A. 1 and 2 is correct. Next question, which equation is aerobic respiration? Aerobic respiration is glucose plus oxygen gives you carbon dioxide and water. The answer for question 24 would be C. Next question, which statement about urea is correct? Urea is formed from excess amino acids, so B and C is incorrect, and it is excreted by the kidney, so the answer should be D. Urea is formed from excess amino acid through the process deamination. Next question. The diagram shows the appearance of an eye when in bright light. Which row shows the correct states of the iris muscles in bright light? So the radial and circular muscles are actually antagonistic muscles, meaning that if one contracts, the other one would relax. So in bright light, the circular muscle is actually contracted. So the answer can't be B and D. And when the circular muscle contract, the radial would relax, so the answer would be C. Next question, what is the effect of adrenaline on pulse rate and blood glucose concentration? Adrenaline is for fight or flight. So adrenaline would actually increase the breathing and pulse rate. And also widen the pupils. So for this question, the pulse rate increase, blood glucose increase, so the answer would be D. Next question, which statements about auxin are correct? Auxin is made in all. This is incorrect because auxin is made in the shoot tip. So 2 is correct. Auxin causes cells to elongate. Auxin is also unequally distributed. 3 is incorrect. So the answer will be 2 and 4, which is D. Next question. Scientists carried out a survey on the effect of giving up smoking on the risk of developing lung cancer. The results are shown in the graph. The scientists made 3 conclusions. Which conclusions are correct? The first one is stopping smoking reduces the risk of developing lung cancer. That is correct. Stopping smoking, never smoke. The percentages are lower. Age increases the risk of lung cancer for smokers and non-smokers. Yes, true. As you can see from the graph, the line is actually increasing as the age increases, so 2 is correct. Next one, the earlier people stop smoking, the lower the risk. That is also correct. As you can see from here, the percentage is lower, and over here the percentage is higher. So the answer for this would be 1, 2, 3, which is A. Next question. A zygote has 10 chromosomes in its nucleus. Which row shows the number of chromosomes in the cells of this species? A sperm cells which will be haploid, and a zygote is diploid. So haploid would be 5. So B and D would be incorrect. And for body cells and embryo cells, they are both diploid too, so the answer will be C. Next question. How will the composition of a pregnant woman's blood change as it passes through the placenta? As it passes through the placenta, the concentration of dissolved oxygen would decrease, and the concentration of urea would increase, so the answer would be B. The concentration of urea increased because it is actually removing waste product from the fetal blood. What carries a copy of the gene to the cytoplasm to make a protein? That would be your mRNA molecules, which is D. Ribosomes help assemble amino acids into proteins. The sequence of bases in the mRNA also help determine the specific order of amino acids. So next question, which statement about meiosis is correct? A is incorrect. Daughter cells are not genetically identical. This is correct if it's mitosis. The chromosome number changes from haploid to diploid. That is also incorrect. It's actually from diploid to haploid. And C is also incorrect. The answer for question 33 would be D. It allows the formation of new combinations of chromosome. Meiosis actually produces variation by having new combination of maternal and paternal chromosome. Next question. Color blindness is a characteristic that is sex-linked. Which statement about color blindness is correct? color blindness is actually common in males, so it's not A, not B, and it's actually located on the it's more common in males, so it's not C, not D, and it's actually located on the X chromosome, so the answer should be B. Males, they have the XY chromosome, while females have the XX chromosome. Hence, the probability of males having color blindness is higher. Next question, the graph shows the percentage of different blood groups in a human population. Which type of variation is shown by human blood groups? So this is a discontinuous variation, so can't be A, can't be B, and it is actually caused by human blood group is actually caused by genetic factors only, so the answer is D. New strains of the crop plant wheat can be produced by crossbreeding disease-resistant plants with those that give high yields of grain. What is this an example of? This is an example of artificial selection, which is B. Next question, the diagram shows the flow of energy. Which form of energy is transferred at points 1 and 3 in the diagram? 1 would be your light energy, then 3 will be your chemical energy. So that should be light and chemical, which is C. Next question, the diagram shows the feeding relationships in the food web. Which organism may feed as both a secondary and a tertiary consumer? So for A, fox is actually, this is the primary, then secondary. The same goes for here. And yeah, for this it is a tertiary, this is a primary, this would be a secondary, and this would be tertiary. So I think the answer for this is A. Next question, why are bacteria useful in genetic engineering? Bacteria is useful in genetic engineering because of the lack of ethical concerns over their manipulation and growth. And also because the genetic code is shared with all organisms. And also because of the presence of plasmids. So for this question, the answer would be C, they have plasmids. Which hormones can cause the feminization of male fish? Feminization would be the estrogen and progesterone, which is C. These are produced at the ovary, the adrenal gland for adrenaline.